Maruf to continue. That's a short and wide delivery and very well fielded in the deep by Wasi. Diving to his right and keeping the ball inside the field of play. Another chance for a boundary for Suleiman. Played it right, just couldn't find the gap on that occasion.
That has been played not so convincingly, but Norman was taking his own sweet time here, and Suleiman Arabzai, on the other hand, he's batting at runner ball 17, 27 for no loss. Already 9 extras have been bowled here by Bangladesh Tigers. Oh, that took the inner part of the bat. .28 for no loss after 6.3.
Maruf Mrida, 16 years of age, and has got a best bowling figure in the under-19 cricket against Pakistan, where he got 4 for 38.
At 16 years of age, if that is a pace that you have, I'm sure you have a bright future. Meanwhile, a positive looking shot there from Norman. The fielder cuts it off, and they'll manage to come back for 2.
Well, I thought they would go for 3, but they were happy to take those 2 runs. It was played in the gap, and just felt that if they had taken the first run quickly, could have been a chance for the third. But they're happy with 2, and that was a good shot from Numan Aga. Short and wide again from Maruf. Looks like just has lost that focus that he had in the previous 2 overs, trying to create that angle and overcompensating on that occasion.
Certainly. He corrected his length, but just erred in his line. Bowled a lot wide than he would have anticipated that ball to finish. And looks like he has got the edge here. Maruf strikes. There's the end of Norman. The captain walks back. It's first blood Afghanistan.
Yes, he was disciplined in the previous 2 overs, had kept it tight, and that was a very good delivery to dismiss the captain of Afghanistan. Numan Aga scored 4 of 22 as he walks back. Bangladesh get their first victim. Afghanistan 31 for 1.
Sohail Zurmati, the new man in, coming at number 3, the most crucial position. Well, lets it go. Was a good delivery. Good that he did not try to fidget around with that. 7 overs bowled, 31 for 1. Here comes Al Amin. Wide outside the off stump, nicely cut away, but goes straight to the fielder. Could not find the gap. It should have been a certain boundary. It was hit really hard.
Suleiman Arabzai, he'll have to play a different approach now with that one wicket that has just fallen. The captain of Afghanistan walking back to the dugout. Short ball, doesn't matter if he's lost his skipper. If it's in his slot, he's going to go for it. Another beautiful shot coming from the bat of Suleiman Arabzai, and that's gone all the way for 4.
A very positive, intentful batter, Suleiman. That was in his zone. He likes to play anything on the onside, uses his power. We saw the first 2 hits. That speaks a lot about it. Anything that comes in on the line of the middle and leg stump, he's really, really strong at it. 22 of 20 deliveries for Suleiman. Looks like he's more keen on those deliveries which are slightly shorter in length. On the back foot, a very strong player.
Yes, he did flick a few full deliveries on the pads. 1 for a 4 and then a 6 as well. Now a pull shot. So he's showing all his skills out there in the middle, playing all the shots all around the park. Cuts it now, but finds the fielder again. That fielder at point has been kept busy.
Getting his palms warmed up. All set in readiness for a spectacular maybe coming through his way. Because he's forcing the batter to play in that area. And you never know, it's about nerves. If he's not able to control the shot, might go straight to the fielder. That's a lot better. Very good delivery. They need to keep him silent in that area by bowling consistently.
Yes, Maroof has got that wicket, but I think Al Amin has created that wicket because he's bowled really well from that one end. Had given away just 5 runs in his 3 overs before this 4 was hit in this over, and even in this over, after being hit for a 4, he's come back strong. He's given 3 dot balls and has bowled some really tight line and length. Short and wide. This time he gets it in the gap. This time no chance for the fielder at point, and that is going to go all the way for 4 more.
Well, certainly very good shot there from Suleiman Arabzai. The moment his strike rate falls below 100, he just finds a boundary from somewhere and ups his strike rate. 8 overs gone, 39 for 1.
That's the playing 11 for Afghanistan. Numan Shah Agha, the captain. Sohail Khan Zurmati is playing with Suleiman Arabzai. As Maruf has bowled a wide. And that continues the story that we've seen so far from Maruf. Down the leg side again. Appealing. They're appealing for it. The umpire has given it a wide. So one on the offside and now down the leg side from Maruf. He's given away quite a few extras already in this spell of his. Yes, he has taken a wicket, but he's also been tad bit expensive. Down the leg again, another wide. So the bowling of Maruf definitely questionable. Has bowled a lot of extras. Oh, that's much better. So amongst a few bad deliveries, Maruf does manage to get one peach of a delivery. And that is his surprise element, I guess. He bowls a few wides, distracts the batter, and then brings out this beauty of a delivery from Maruf. That is a really well directed delivery, well bowled from Maruf. And if he can get that line and length on a consistent basis, I just hope that he can do it, because that will really pose some serious questions against Afghanistan batters. Oh, that is a beautiful shot. Just finds the fielder, but that had 4 written all over it. A few yards to the left or right of the fielder, and that was a classy drive that deserved 4 runs. Suleiman Arabzai, he has impressed us straight away with the kind of batting that he has displayed here at the Tolerance Oval. Definitely one of the players to watch out for in the tournament. Another beautiful drive, hit straight to the fielder. This is really good batting. He's so elegant, so pleasing to the eye, Suleiman. Just makes you want to watch him bat. Well, he's the kind of a player, Asim, that you would want to pay and come and watch.
Not that far away from that stardom if he continues to bat the same way. We had seen Rahmanullah Gurbaz bat the same way when he was playing the under-19 days. And you see where he is right now. 26 for him of 28 deliveries. And I won't be surprised if a boundary comes through, because the moment his strike rate goes under 100, he somehow covers it up pretty nicely. Manages to squeeze one and get that strike rate above 100.
Gets a thickish outside edge. There is protection in the deep. Wasi will be stationed there to cut that ball off, and that'll be the end of another over. A long one from Maruf Mrida. But finally it comes to an end. 9 overs. Afghanistan 44 for 1. Alamin to continue and starts off with a good delivery just outside off, plays it with soft hands towards backward point. Won't be a run, just a dot ball.
Well, there's some tight line and length here from Alamin. He is applying the pressure from one end. What that does is it is giving the opportunity for Mridul and his swing. Goes down towards the third for a single. Looks like it's going to be a leg by. Yes, it is. That brings Zurmati on strike. He hasn't faced a lot of deliveries there. Just 2 balls. And after 9.1, in fact after 9.2, it's 45 for 1.
Well, I was just about to say how disciplined Alamin has bowled, and he's not given away any wides. On the other hand, Maruf has given 7 already, and he couldn't let me complete that. I was just picking up the mic to say that, and he's bowled a wide and a big one.
Commentators curse. They even strike when you're even about to say it, even before you utter
Even
that.
without saying, the curse works with even without saying. Even if you think about it, it does the trick. But overall, Alamin has bowled really well. He has kept it around that off stump, just bowling in that area.
That has been flicked pretty nicely. Picked up the gap, but very good chase there from the long leg. Making sure that the batters don't get anything more than a couple. That was Maruf, the 16-year-old. Has a very bright future. Works on his basics. Can get his spot there on the senior side as well. Just needs to make sure that works on those areas where he lacks discipline, his control, his line.
Nicely pulled again from Alamin on the top of off. And he's also getting some bounce of this wicket. So you can see that he's using his shoulders and bowling it and hitting the deck hard and trying to get something out of the wicket.
Well, being that's the incentive that you have. Being a tall, fast bowler, you get a green top. You try to make full use of it.
a run taken. That will bring the over to an end. 10 overs have been bowled. And after 10, 38 for 1.
Rizwan is a new bowler. The first change comes through here for Bangladesh. And that has been played towards the wide of third. Wasi keeps it down to a single. That brings a 50 for Afghanistan as well. Loud cheer there from the dugout. And they're scoring at a very decent rate, in my opinion, Shoaib. Batting on a green top. They weren't troubled as much as we anticipated they would be.
Yes, I think they've batted really well, especially Suleiman Arabzai. What he has done is that he's put the pressure back on the bowlers. When you have somebody who's got that intent right at the top, that aggression, you just, as a bowler, feel that you have to keep bowling in a certain area and get a little defensive in your approach. Change in bowling now, since it is Mohammad Rizwan who's come in to bowl.
With an offer, and pretty nicely played there by Suleiman, finding the gap to perfection. The hallmark about that shot was that control. Did not play it aerial and found the gap to perfection.
Yes, and Mohammad Rizwan, they're just trying to put in.
Good comeback there from Rizwan, bowling it slightly shorter. He's a tall lad as well, who can get that extra bounce if he hits the deck hard. Did that on that occasion, and wasn't easy. But very, very impressive here, Suleiman. Signs of a player of high potential. Just that needs to find these moments to explore himself. Ball to go now in the 11th over. But I think overall a very positive start coming through for Afghanistan.
Yes, they would take that. They would take that scorecard in their favour. 54 for 1 in 10.5. Last ball of the over, just played towards mid-on, pushed it by Arabzai, and that's the end of the 11th over. Afghanistan are looking good, 54 for 1. So that's the batting card for Afghanistan. They just lost their skipper, Numan Aga. Maruf Mrida getting that wicket of Numan. Scored 4 of 23. Just couldn't get going. Sohail Khan Zurmati is on 5 of 7. But what an innings this has been. A short one, but a very entertaining one. And I hope that turns into a long one for Suleiman Arabzai. He scored 31 of 36. Looking good and looking solid out there in the middle.
Well, certainly time for some spin here. And definitely a moment where the captain would want to see if there's anything on offer here for the spinners. Because the way they are dealing with the fast bowlers, they are making it look pretty easy. And also there is no movement whatsoever coming through from the surface. No seam movement. Definitely they would want to make use of that. So it's Mahfuzur Rahman Rabi.
Left arm spin. Starts off well. Yes, it will be interesting to see what this pitch has to offer for the spinners. I don't think there's going to be much turn on this wicket. That was short and cut towards point. Sohail Khan Uzurmati. 5 of 7 for him. Make that 6, I think, with that single.
Arabzai 31 of 36. Very solid in his approach. Well, dive coming in from both the fielder as well as the bowler. It just pierces even after the stretch of arms there. .56 for 1. Couple of deliveries left in this over. In search of that second wicket here.
So as we expected, not a lot of turn for Rabi. But he's definitely keeping it tight, keeping it around that off stump. 2 runs off this one. 12 bowled. Afghanistan 56 for 1. Four bowlers used so far. Maruf Mrida getting a wicket, but expensive. And Sharia Al-Amin bowled really well for his 5 overs. In comes Rizwan Chaudhry.
Well, he's a tall, fast bowler. He needs to make sure that he hits the deck hard. I haven't seen any bowler try to bowl a bumper yet and try to unsettle the batter. There was one, but is that one enough in the first 12 overs? I don't think so. You need to try unsettling, bowl a couple of them. 32 of 39 for Suleiman. He's batting beautifully out there.
Nicely bowled again on the middle and leg. Played towards fine leg for a single.
Oh, goes big, goes handsome. What a shot. Well, this man doesn't fail to impress. Top shot from a top batter.
That's a very good hit. Clean hitting from Suleiman Arabzai. Just using the pace on that delivery and playing it straight down the ground. The timing, the execution, the balance, everything right about that shot. First 6 of the innings, first 6 of the game, first 6 of the tri-series as well. Good comeback from Rizwan Chaudhary.
Well, played it with a lot of control there. There is a misfield which will result in the batters coming back for 2. This is good alertness and making use of that opportunity, that fumble. That brings an over to the end as well. 13 gone, 66 for 1. Rabi to continue. Meanwhile, Sohail, that forward defense coming through. Cut away nicely, but straight to the fielder. He has been kept busy. That area has been kept busy. From both the ends, in fact.
Yes, it was Sheikh Pervez Jibon at point. And he has been kept busy, really. Especially from that end. This time it's been played in the gap. No chance for Jishan. He had already given it up. And now you can see Wasim Jafar at the boundary ropes mentioning that the backward point has to be a lot more finer for that cut, because they already have a cover sweeper in place. So I think these are fine observations and very minute changes, details that you need to keep in mind.
Sure, and on top of that, it is very important to have that forward-backward positioning, that step that we usually refer to. The point fielder should slightly come up closer so that it reduces the gap between the backward point and the point. Usually when we have that point fielder coming closer, it becomes very difficult for the batters to actually play that cut shot in the gap. It always goes to the fielder, unless he has the art of playing it very fine. Nicely bowled and equally well played there. That brings it over to the end. 14 gone, 70 for 1. Time for Vasi. Time for a leg spin there. Starts with a shorter trajectory and very comfortable single there for Arabzai. 42 or 44 for him. How comfortably he has batted here. Well, the way Suleiman Arabzai is batting, it feels like an athlete has been asked to walk on the treadmill at the speed of 5, and he is doing it all day long. Nicely punched in the gap. That brings Suleiman back on strike.
It's as if Suleiman has read the conditions well and he's been there for days at a stretch. He's looking very comfortable. He looks like he belongs there. Has batted really well. .42 runs of 44 deliveries.
Hit straight to the fielder there. There is some hint of turn, but not that promising though. Comes in from the leggy Vasi. Have to wait and see if he can pose some serious questions or threat to the Afghanistan batters. Driven nicely straight down the ground. Happy to take a single. And Sohail Khan, meanwhile, trying to build up this partnership alongside Suleiman. So the double S. Ball to go in the 15th now. Plays it nicely. Ends the over with a dot. 15 gone. 73 for 1. Well, it's Rabi who's continuing. Mahfuzur Rahman, his name. Playing it off the back foot and a misfield will result in a single. And Arabzai inching closer to his milestone. Deserves to get to a 50, if not a triple digit.
Yes, after that early wicket, they've definitely stitched a partnership here. Both these batters. That's a good fielding effort. Very well done by Rabi of his own bowling, timing to his left and not allowing Sohail to get that run. Played on the front foot and good solid defense coming in. They're appealing for it, but I think there was some bat involved.
Well, if you try to put the batters under pressure with such deliveries, you're increasing the chances of getting the wicket here. Again, a lot closer to the line of the stumps when the batsman is forced to use his bat. 16 overs gone, 74 for 1, and it's time for drinks. Done with the drinks here. That hurdle. And how many times have we seen these breaks in the game? They break the rhythm of the batters. And usually the bowling side coming on top of things, especially in the shorter format of the game. But when you talk about Suleiman especially, looks a mentally very strong player, very stable. It'll be Wasi Siddiqui who will be bowling here. 16 overs gone, 16 overs gone, 74 for 1. Driven it straight down the ground. That'll be single. That'll bring
Get some drift in the air, but a full toss delivery. Side screen has an issue, and just making sure that it's in the right area. Been moved. There you go, the side screen being moved, Asim, just because there was Maruf, the left arm, who was bowling from over the wicket.
Well, that's those small elements in the game of cricket which plays an important role. Batter needs to be very comfortable. And he's got it right finally. Left, right, center. And he's got it as per his requirement. Played it down the ground for a single. Very composed knock there from Suleiman. Very impressed with his approach.
Yes, indeed. He has just shown us what he is capable of, and he's definitely got a lot of potential. Suleiman Arabzai, 46 of 51. Just too full from Wasi Siddiqui. I think this over. 3 runs off it, 17 gone, 77 for 1.
Here comes Rabi. A forward defense coming through from Suleiman. Now he is pretty calm and composed in his approach. Very mentally strong player. Again off the back foot, punching it down. Straight to shot cover. Well, cut away, but straight to the fielder again. But this has been a very decent over here. He's not just letting him cut loose. Rabi has not yielded runs out here. He's into his 4th over. And he's just conceded 7. Again, off the back foot, playing it straight back to the bowler. This is overall fantastic stuff here from Rabi. Mahfuzur Rahman. Again off the back foot, punching it down the ground. A single taken. A ball to go in the 18th. A fantastic over here from Rabi. Nicely defended there by Sohail. Brings it over to the end. 18 gone. 78 for 1. That's a big hit. A very big one. And what a way to bring his half century. A deserving knock from this talented Afghanistani under-19 player. He is definitely making a very loud statement. What a shot. A very mentally strong player there. Strong with his technique as well, for that matter. 53 or 57 for him. A very full delivery, just getting the inner half of the bat. It's a dot ball. Driven nicely in the gap. Glorious looking shot from Suleiman. So this has been expensive over here from Wasi Siddiqui. Oh, he goes through the gate. It's the wrong one that has done the job. What a delivery. It is Wasi who has done the job here for the team. What a beautiful delivery. And suddenly you see you have the smiling faces back here in the camp of Bangladesh. Beautiful delivery. And it's time for Mohammad Haroon Khan, the new man, number 17. And they'll have to rebuild this entire thing now. The set batsman, after scoring his 50, departed to a beauty from Wasi. Did not anticipate that ball to turn in so sharply. That is a wrong one. He got to his 50 in the very same over with a 6. In fact, the first ball hit for a 6. And then what a response coming through from Wasi. Shahid, the keeper's end there. It's a time to reconstruct a partnership. Haroon and Sohail Khan Zurmati. Sohail being the senior partner out there in the center. He'll have to make sure that the partner does the assist in making this a fresh new and a big partnership. Down the leg side, white signal by the umpire. That means us over will stretch by another ball. Off the back foot, played it down the ground, will just be a single, and that means Haroon will be off the mark. 19 overs gone, 88 for 2. Mahfuzur Rahman continuing here. He has bowled 4 overs, just miserly economical there. 8 runs conceded. He's just not offering any sort of width here to the batters. A very good delivery from Rahman. Not happy with the throw there. But he's posting questions at these batters here. Bowling some tight line and length. Yes, did happen to get a leg by in that one, but overall fantastic tight bowling, which resulted in the wicket of the set batter. Picked up by Wasi. Oh, what a delivery! What a wonderful delivery. The keeper was interested in getting that. He got a very big shout there for an LBW. But Rabi was anticipating that the ball would crash onto the stumps. With a bat coming in the rescue at the end. Well, 20 gone, 89 for 2 Afghanistan. Well, the partnership is not that big one here, but definitely they would want to add a few more numbers onto this and look more appealing. Well, played it straight back. It's Wasi who struck big. Getting the set batter out, sending it back to the pavilion. Suleiman, who's looking brilliant. What positive cricket. Excellent stuff. Afghanistan are 2 down now for 89. And Haroon pushes one down for a single. Played down the leg side. Will just be a single. Again, played down the ground. A single taken by Haroon. What's going to be more interesting is when does Sohail Khan switch his gears. He's batting on 14 of 33 deliveries. The 21st over. They're just trying to apply brakes here into the scoring. Driven straight to the fielder. Good delivery, keeping to the line of the stumps there, slightly drifting down. And that brings the over to the end. 21 gone, 92 for 2. Rabi continues and punches that one down the ground for a single. So they're dealing in singles right now. A partnership, something that they are trying to work and build one. They lost that set batter. Very good delivery. So he's keeping it tight. He's just not letting them score runs freely. The runs are not flowing in as easy as they were when Suleiman was batting. But Rabi has been fantastic. He's into his 6th over. And he's just conceded 9 runs.
Yes, he has bowled well. He's kept it tight economically. He has not given away a lot of runs, and that has put pressure on Afghanistan, as you rightly mentioned. Since Suleiman is back in the dugout, runs have been hard to come by. Takes a single. That brings Sohail Khan Zermati on strike. Mohammad Haroon Khan, who's on 4 of 12, will be giving him company now. End of the 6th over for Rabi. And after 22, Afghanistan 95 for 2.
beautiful delivery. So he's posing questions at the Afghani batters now. Wasi. He's picked up one, that the all-important wicket of Suleiman, who was taking the game away. Looking for a very big total there when he was out there. And that has been worked around for a single. So reconstructing that partnership here, Shoaib.
Yes, and bowling in partnership are the spinners for Bangladesh, Wasi Siddiqui and Rabbi.
Well, Siddiqui has been tad expensive, but if all these runs are coming through at the cost of getting Suleiman's wicket, I think they'll take that. He was running away with the game, scoring at a brisk pace. Nicely played, but there won't be any run on offer. Waiting for the spinners to come through, to run through the overs. Again, nicely defended. Couple of more balls to go. In fact, the last ball of this over.
Good over this one from Wasi Siddiqui so far, just given away that one run. Oh, that's been hit in the air. Chance. Oh, that's really good fielding.
Excellent athleticism there by the fielder. Making sure he did not give up on that. Chased it and pulled it off. Making sure that they saved at least 2 runs there. "23 overs, 98 for 2. It's time for Jabon. And one of those off-break bowlers that have come out from the under-19 ranks has been Mehdi Hassan Miraz. He's been fantastic for Bangladesh. What a promising all-rounder.
Yeah, started off as a bowler and has also opened the innings for Bangladesh, if I'm not wrong.
Well, he has been the floating asset for the team. He has played at different positions. But during the under-19 days, I remember he used to play in the middle order.
Lower middle. And also bowled some really good spells in test match cricket. Mehdi Hassan Miraz.
Well, one of those modern day cricketers that provides you with that 3D element to the game. Very handy bowler, very decent all-rounder overall, and at the same time a very gun fielder. It started off this trend of 3-dimensional cricketers back when India's team was being selected for the World Cup 2019. Shahid the non-strikers end, and they will manage to come for a single. That brings up 100 for Afghanistan. Loud cheer coming in from the dugout. 100 at the mark of 23.5. Zurmati moves on to 18. Harun batting on 6. And that has been played straight back to the bowlers. Gibbon starts off pretty well. Just 2 runs coming off that one. 100 for 2 after 24.
That's played in the gap, and that ball is racing away towards the boundary. That'll be another 4 for Afghanistan just at the as they cross the 100-run mark. It is Khan and Sohail out there in the middle. Gets the edge and flies towards the deep third for 4.
Being expensive continues here for Wasi. Playing off the back foot straight to the cover sweeper. Just single on that one. 105 for 2. Wasi did pick up a wicket. The all-important man. But that expensive. 27 in 5.2. Played down the ground. A valiant effort from the bowler himself of his own bowling. And a run added to the tally here. Harun batting on 720. Certainly he would want to make that big. So is the case with Sohail Khan. For that you need to have a partnership in place, which they're doing it pretty nicely here.
Quick single this time. The call is from Mohammad Harun Khan. Makes it comfortably. That's good running. That's stealing singles from the close-in fielders. Wasi Siddiqui will want to cut that because they've got a 4 on the very first ball of this over. 7 runs already in the 4 deliveries that he has bowled. So Wasi, having taken that wicket, continues to be expensive in this game. Flighted and fuller from Wasi and played straight to short covers. Just has bowled a lot fuller, I feel, Wasi Siddiqui. He's not allowing the ball to turn off the deck, just very close to the batter, allowing them to drive the ball comfortably.
Well, certainly, let's see what he has to offer on the last ball. Width on offer, played it towards the cover sweeper. And at the halfway mark, Afghanistan 108 for 2.
So 55 from Suleiman Arabzai, and now 24 important runs coming from the bat of Sohail Khan Zurmati. Mohammad Harun will be facing the next over from Gibbon. Off spinner, quicker, flatter on the pads. Doesn't look like a wicket that assists the spinners, Asim, and from the kind of start that Afghanistan have got in the first 25 overs, I think they should be targeting around 220, 230 from here on.
Ideally, yes, they have wickets in hand, and the wicket is not doing much what we had anticipated it to do. Yes, there is some grass on offer, but unfortunately the bowlers could not make full use of that. You do not see many bumpers coming through, especially in the power play. $109 for 2. The score remains the same. Gibbon has conceded 3 runs in his spell so far. One of this one. Nicely bowled and played it straight to the fielder. This is excellent bowling. He's bowling to the field, which is actually a good sign out here. Because then what that does is it forces the batsman to make those mistakes.
Yes, what he's also doing is he's bowling a lot straighter and on the stumps. So he's not giving that width or room on offer for the batters to free their arms. He's always targeting the stumps, and that is why you see a lot of balls being played towards the mid-wicket and long on. Another run. There's 2 of this over from Gibbon.
A ball to go in this one. 2 coming through, 2 in the first over. A pretty decent bowling here from Gibbon. Make that 3 in the over. 26 gone, 111 for 2.
Wasi Siddiqui to continue bowling his 7th over. Played off the pads and played in the gap as well. So four fielders inside the 30-yard circle, a backward point. In fact, 5 now with a slip in place. Nicely driven. That's in the gap. Should be 2. But no, they settled for 1. Good sharp throw from the deep. Much better from Wasi Siddiqui. If he bowls it at that length, that's when he'll extract something of the wicket. If he bowls too full, too close to the batter, becomes a lot easier for them to play it in the gaps. Just has to keep bowling in that length. Again driven, but will keep that slip fielder interested with that length. If you're allowing or inviting the batter to drive the ball, that's when you can get an edge. Well bowled. That should have been stopped, but they'll get a single. So 4 runs off this one as well 27 gone, 115 for 2. Jibon Sheikh continues, given away 5 runs in his first 2 overs. After losing that wicket of Suleiman. A good partnership in progress between Sohail Khan Zurmati and Mohammad Haroon Khan. Four byes missed by the keeper, and that ball has raced away towards the boundary for 4. So 4 runs as gift. No run there. Another single. So the second wicket to fall was at 86. "34 runs partnership after that. Nicely played, but straight towards the bowler. Sheikh Jibon does well to stop it of his zone bowling. Very important that you try and build pressure. Don't give away easy singles. That's how you can try and create a chance. Dot ball to end the over. 28 gone, 120 for 2. Wasi Siddiqui continues, flighted outside off, up and over, extra cover, poor delivery, and Mohammad Haroon Khan says thank you. Inside out. Just easy as it can get. Nicely hit for 4. Lets it go this time. That's much better from Wasi. You can't be bowling outside off and allowing the batters to free his arms. This is a lot better from Wasi Siddiqui, bowling on the stumps and then turning the ball away or into the right-handed Sohail Khan Zurmati. Quicker this time. So he's got two fielders now in that area. Cover and an extra cover. 5 fielders inside the 30-yard circle. Nicely bowled. Into his 8th over. First ball was hit for a 4, but since then he has kept it tight. Catches the call, but that's again in the gap. Chase for Maroof, who's done well, but couldn't get there in time. Didn't give up. Good effort, but another 4 to end the over. 8 runs off it. Clipped off his pads towards mid-wicket. Nicely bowled again, but hit straight back to the bowler, so no chance for a run there. 2 dot balls back to back. This one's been played in the gap. Sliding effort by Gibbon. In fact, it was Jishan Alam with that fielding effort. Gibbon is bowling his 4th over, given away 8 runs. This is good batting. They are keeping themselves busy and making sure they keep rotating the strike. No damage done there, just 3 runs off this one from Sheikh Gibbon. 30 overs gone, 20 more to go. Afghanistan 131 for.
$250 for 3. Cut away and straight to Maruf. That's the end of Mohammad Zai. Akram Mohammad Zai departs for a decent 28 of 30. A very handy knock that comes to an end. However, what's more important is that Sohail Khan, Zurmati, is still out there. He's into his 90s.
That's the wicket again. Sliced it and finds the fielder at short third. Easy catch for him. Wicket number 4 down with Afghanistan at 250. 3 more overs to go, including this one.
Hotak is the new man in, replacing Akram. Oh, tries to go big, and the keeper missing that one. Oh, it was straightforward collect. Shibli just missing it completely. And Wasi will not be happy with that.
Well, Bangladesh coaches will definitely be noting that down. The number of byes that have gone through in this innings. 252 for 4 is the score, as Kamran Hotak is the new man. First ball in the air, catches the call. Will fall short of the fielder. And again, just 1 run taken.
Well, looks like this was on purpose, because Sohail Khan, who's the set batter, has a clear chance to get to his 100. He wants to take maximum strike in the last 15 deliveries, it seems.
Quicker and flatter from Wasi Siddiqui. So interesting to see that the spinners are bowling the death overs for Bangladesh. No fast bowlers in, trying to get a few wickets here. Wasi is bowling his 10th. Expensive, but got 2 wickets. Almost run and over is what he has given so far.
2 important wickets up his sleeve. Both of the set batters. So it's that just not able to get a lot purchase from this surface. Relatively a lot easier wicket to bat on.
Last ball of his spell. Flighted, slower, a googly, and a single taken by Kamran Hotak. 48 bowled, 2 more to go, 255 for 4.
Two more overs to go. It's time for Maruf Mridha. Well, that's a wide outside the off stump. Thought a lot about it, the umpire. Opening the face of the bat. What an effort. Top effort there from the vice captain. Ariful. Beautiful effort there from the vice captain. Let's look at it again.
Yeah, it was full toss, quicker, and look at that effort for any fielder. I think that was just all about reflexes and how quickly he got his hands up in the air. Had that been taken, that would have been the best catch of the tournament for me. Right away, right now, wouldn't wait for another day to see what's in store, because that was a brilliant effort.
He goes straight, he goes big. We'll have to wait for the signal of the umpire, and he goes handsome all the way. This little man is putting on a show. Sohail Khan Zurmati, 3 shot of a well-deserved century.
Well, he knows how to build his innings, and that is so important in the one-day format. You need to know when to pace your innings, how to pace your innings.
Especially when you come at number 3, because you can come in at the right in the very first over, or you can probably go and bat in around 20th over, come in. You need to have that mindset.
Clipped off the pads. A good fielding effort again from Bangladesh. They've been really good in terms of their ground fielding. And they've certainly saved a few runs for their side today.
And with the aggression that they're coming in on the field, that puts a doubt in the opposition whether they should go for that second run, whether they should push for that second run. And might as well that be a reason why Afghanistan was not able to convert those singles into twos.
Hota shuffling across, wanting to play that over fine leg. Good ball from Maruf Mrida. I think that was just a little over ambitious from Kamran. He knows that he's trying to bowl outside off. So from there to play that shot will take a lot of doing. Instead, just playing it, opening the face of the bat, getting to the non-striking end seems to be a better option. Goes big towards the offside. Fielder there. Easy catch, and that'll bring the end of the innings. A short one for Kamran Hotak. Trying to be the hero, trying to accelerate. Not a bad call. Just couldn't do it today for his side.
It was a full toss, and it was wide outside the off stump. Instead of hitting with a lot of power, he could have actually placed that ball behind backward of point. Deciding otherwise, using his power, which does not come to his favor. And Afghanistan half the side back in the pavilion at 264 with 7 more balls left in the innings. Goes big towards the mid-wicket. Ball's racing away towards the boundary, and they'll settle for 2. What that means is Sohail Khan will be on strike for the final over. Has a clear chance to get to that 3-figure mark. 49 overs bowled, 266 for 5 Afghanistan. Punched it off the back foot. Well, nervous 90s is what happens. 99, but there is a Nelson against it in terms of the number of balls faced.
I don't think they'll have that in their mind. Sohail Khan Zurmati on 99. Hassan, the new man in. Nasir Hassan. First ball got 2. Goes big in the air. Chance and taken. That's a very good catch running backwards. Very well done. I think brilliant effort. And as I said earlier, Bangladesh have been absolutely spectacular in their fielding today.
Well, certainly. Rabi taking that catch. Running backwards. It's never easy. And he just made it look very simple there. Brilliantly caught. What that does is the new man will be on strike. Zurmati stays on 99. Hope Al-Amin, the new batter in fact for that matter, Farhad, gets Zurmati back on strike somehow.
Al-Amin to continue. Got a wicket for his first in the 7th over. Goes full. Nicely drilled. Sohail looking for 2. Will get there. That's good running. That's selfless from Sohail. Doesn't want to lose that run. Gets to the non-striking end again. He came pretty early, I think in the 4th or the 5th over. And since then, he's batting out there in the middle.
And he gets on strike eventually. So he has 2 more balls to get to his 100. But what a fine knock he has played. Deserves to get to his 100.
Yes, 99 of 111 balls. Let's see what the field setting is. No changes whatsoever. I would have brought a few more fielders inside just to avoid him taking that single, because looks like he will go for a single. Oh, he was going for a single. Big appeal. And that's the dot ball. So 270 on the board for Afghanistan. 6 wickets is what they've lost. A last ball of the innings left. So now he'll go for it. I think now he's going to go big, trying to hit that ball for a boundary or a 6, and in the process get to his 100. Where does Al-Amin bowl? Is there a slower ball coming up? No, bowls full, gets the edge towards the deep third, gets his 100, and what a 100 this has been. A fighting knock from Sohail Khan Zurmati.
Well, certainly, and there goes that kiss to the floor. Thanking the Lord for it. Fantastic knock by Sohail. Started off a bit slow. Initial took about 25 odd balls to get to 5-6 runs, and then from there on he just kept going, playing those singles, doubles, ensuring that he gave able company to Suleiman, who's batting beautifully, and definitely has a smile on his face as he makes his way back. Number 6, Sohail Khan Zurmati. What a fine knock. Definitely that bat is inviting a lot of stickers to come through. It's plain right now, but if he continues to perform this way, definitely there will be many who would be willing to have their sticker on that bat. Well, let's quickly have a look at what happened in the innings there. There was Suleiman, who had a half century. there was no the captain Noman could not capitalize onto situations and had perished a bit early in the innings. Harun came in and added some partnership alongside Sohail Khan Zurmati. Here we have Suleiman Arabzai, who was out bowled by Siddiqui for 55 of 60. What a fine knock he played. Noman wasn't impressive. The captain, Noman Shah Aga, out for 4 of 23. Sohail Khan Zurmati remained unbeaten on 100 of 113 deliveries. Harun Khan, 43 of 64. Very handy partnership alongside Sohail after the departure of Suleiman. Akram contributed 28 of 31. So everyone, it's a success story coming through for Afghanistan as a team. Kamran, Nasir out cheaply in the course of accelerating the score. And in terms of the bowling, the pick of the bowlers out there was Wasi, 10 overs 59, 2 wickets for him. However, if you talk about in terms of the economy, it was Mahfuzur Rahman Brabi, 10 overs 26 runs, 1 maiden in that. That led to those 2 wickets coming in for Wasi, which they bowled in partnership, in tandem. Ariful picked up 1 wicket, and Maruf and Al Amin had 2 and 1 respectively. So Afghanistan have posted 271 after their 50 overs with the help of 33 extras. And once we are back from the break, Bangladesh would need 272 to get in their allotted 50 overs at a required run rate of 5.44. We'll dive into a quick short break, and once we are back after the innings break, we'll take you through the live action of this run chase.